What's going on, everybody? Junior's Fishing Company here with another video. So I've done quite a bit of marabou and deer hair. I did one dubbing loop, but it's been a minute since I did a marabou jig, and I have these swim bait heads that I've kind of had laying around. This is a 3/8 ounce Gamakatsu swim bait head, and I think they're 5/0 hooks, 4 or 5/0. They actually, I've only been able to find them. You could probably go online and find them in different colors, but I've only been able to find them in white from places I've gone. And so I didn't want a bunch of just white-headed jigs, so I dipped this one in Chartreuse Do-It Mold paint. And I only actually dipped it once. Any more than that, I wanted to make sure I could still see the gill plate. I took the eyes out and put in 7mm fish skull live eyes, or whatever they're called. And I actually did one in black too. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to tell in the video, but this is super glossy, this green one. And this isn't as, reflective of the light coming right here. I dipped this a couple times in head cement. I'm hoping it'll add, I do it with a lot of jigs, add some durability. It adds a lot more reflection, so it gives off a little bit more light when you're fishing with it. I'm going to do a lot with this bait. I've got some body tubing, 1/4 inch. I've got a rattle that I'm going to put on, and then I'm going to do, instead of a slopping tail, I'm going to put 2 of these silicone tails. These are, what were they called? They're from Lure Parts Online. They're like Crazy Tails or something. I'm actually going to do 2. I did a video where I just had 1. I'm going to do 2, and they're going to be a little bit shorter. They're just going to come about 5 inches back. So this bait's going to end up being about 5 inches. I'm hoping my marabou can come about down to here. So it's going to be, if I didn't fast forward through any of it, it'd be a longer tie. I'm going to fast forward through quite a bit, and I'll stop and kind of explain what I'm doing. But for the most part, a good chunk, the tubing, the rattle, the tail, and when I'm wrapping my marabou, it'll probably be fast forwarded. I have 1 Chartreuse marabou that I'm going to put in here. It's going to be all black, Chartreuse tail, Chartreuse head, and just a little bit of Chartreuse on the body. Let's get to it. So I've got my tubing on. I'm going to add my legs before I add my rattle. I'm going to put my rattle on top of my legs. So I'm going to put both of these on. I'm just going to measure out however far I want. And I just want to make sure they're not all, curled up like that. I just want to put them on flush, and I'm going to leave some room. I'm going to try and put these on the side and the rattle right on top, so I can always glue new ones down. Alright, silicone's down, rattles in. I'm going to put one Marabou behind this body, and then I'm going to do 2 black Marabou, black and Chartreuse, 2 black, and we'll see when we get to the head. I might do a black rabbit dubbing loop, or I might just do one more if I can fit another Marabou wrap. We'll see how the head looks at the end. So yeah, I'll fast forward through quite a bit of this, but that's what I'm planning on doing. Maybe I'll stop when I get to my flash, but we'll see. Okay, so now I've got glue there. Those wraps are done. I'm going to put my flash on, just some holographic Flashabou. This is black. It's not crazy obnoxiously bright because the Chartreuse already is, so I don't need anything nuts in terms of flash, and I don't want it too long. Taper it out a little bit. I'm gonna take about half that. I'll put it aside. Maybe a couple that will go close to the tail. And I'm just going to do a 360 around this bait. Alright, so I'm at the end, and I decided just to do a little zonker dubbing loop head. It just looks neater. I can get it more packed down right by the head. So I've got my rabbit ready to go. My dubbing spinner's right here. I'm going to pack that in and get it wrapped on there. Alright, so there it is. 3/8 ounce rattle Gamakatsu swimbait head swim jig. You can see that black flash in there. When this Marabou's wet, it'll come down, but just enough where those tails, right where those tails start to curl. I'm excited to see what this thing looks like. I wish I could have put a little more Marabou in there, but Junior's Fishing Company on Instagram, juniorsfishing.com. This one turned out decent. I'll see you on the next one.